Wisdom is the ability to tell the difference between faith and what? Unrealistic expectations. What are unrealistic expectations? Unrealistic expectation is when you plant a mango tree today and you want to eat fruits in the evening. You have got your mango seed, you plant, evening you come back looking for fruit. It's an unrealistic expectation because we know it doesn't take such a short time for the tree to grow. So your expectations must be real. It must not be ridiculous. So what is wisdom? Wisdom is you being able to tell the difference. For example, we are told about Jesus Christ. He took 5 loaves and 2 fish, expecting to feed how many people? Thousands. This is a small number. Thousands with 5 loaves and 2 fish. Right there, Jesus needed wisdom to know, if I'm expecting to feed 5,000 people with 5 loaves, is this faith or an unrealistic expectation? You can hardly feed 50 people with 5 loaves. So if you're saying I can feed 5,000, is that a realistic expectation? So if you have wisdom means you now need to be extremely careful because there's a crowd of 5,000 people watching you. If this miracle fails, your reputation has been flushed in the toilet. You see? So Jesus, at that moment, he knew, I have to be in faith or else let's not even try this. Because if you try it and it fails, there's a crowd of people who are going to lose confidence in God because of you. If I go to the nearest funeral here in Soweto, I walk in there when people are grieving, and I say, I'm here to raise this person from the dead. Right there, I need wisdom. Is this an act of faith or an unrealistic expectation? Dead people do not rise. Dead people do not talk. Now you remember, if this faith happens to produce a miracle, all the people in that funeral are going to be converted and start believing Jesus. If it fails, there are people who will never come to church ever again. They will never open their Bibles because of you. There's a grieving woman, there's a grieving man who's going to be offended and embarrassed because you prayed for the dead to rise. You even picked up that dead body, it fell again. Everybody was embarrassed because it failed. So if I'm walking into that funeral expecting the miracle to happen, I need to be in faith. So how do I know? We said faith is responding to what? An instruction. When you see in the Bible that they raised the dead, it means they were commanded. They didn't just wake up in the morning, eat porridge and eggs, and just go into a funeral and start praying. So we are not saying people should be afraid to do things by faith. We are saying you need to be able to tell the difference, because if you cannot tell the difference, your children will be rebellious. They will not follow you to church because they have seen how your faith does not produce results. And the reason why your faith doesn't produce results is because it's not faith. You have unrealistic expectations. So do you want to be in faith, Pastor Ron? Amen. What you now need to do, open your ears to hear God's instruction. The voice of God must speak. Because if the voice of God does not speak, faith cannot work.